Hi, this video tutorial is on crafting your own sound with an expression pedal. Now, if you watched our first expression pedal video tutorial called Getting Started with an Expression Pedal, you'll know basic functionality of the expression pedal, how to set it up, how to set parameters in the heel and toe and morph between them. Now this is more about you've got an idea in your head that you want to try to accomplish with some expression pedal morphing. How do you go about doing it? So let's just go over that process. So let's say you've decided that you want a sound where the delay time changes from, say, half a second to a second, and the repeats go from 0 in the heel position to some value, mid-value in the toe position. So how would you go about doing that? Well, the first thing to keep in mind is that when you're using an expression pedal, the actual knob positions don't necessarily reflect what the actual value is set to. And this is because the expression pedal could be morphing that parameter. For instance, the tone here says it's at 50%, but you don't know, unless you just did it yourself, you don't know, perhaps that tone is being morphed here, so it's some other value. So how do you make sure that the values are set to constant values for the ones you don't want to change, and only the ones that you want to change are changing? So the one way of doing that is to actually go through and set them in the heel and toe. So I could go to the heel and set the tone to the middle, go to the toe, set the tone in the middle, do the same thing for repeats, and then for the delay time, and then change that to 500, and do the rest for all the other knobs and parameters. Now the only problem with that is it's a bit time consuming. So here's a little trick that can make this process a little bit easier. So what you do, you unplug your expression pedal. Now we're in a WYSIWYG state, meaning that all the knob parameters actually really do reflect what that parameter is set to. So now you go through and you set all these parameters to what you want. So if we want the tone in the middle, and let's say we want a little bit of mod on for both the heel and toe, we want the pattern to be a simple pattern, we want the voicing to be unison. Now the only ones we want to change are the repeats and the delay time. So now when I plug the expression pedal in here, and I go through my calibration, heel and toe, now everything is set to the same in the heel and toe position. So now all I have to do is edit the parameters that I actually want to change. So now I go down to the heel and I set my repeats to 0, and the delay time's already 0.5. Then I go up to the toe and I set the repeats to around halfway, and I'll set my delay time to 1 second. And now when I move between the heel and toe, those are the only two parameters that are changing. Everything else is set to exactly what those knobs are set to. Okay, so that's just a quick trick to get the sound that you actually have in your head working with an expression pedal. Thanks for watching.